All right, so let's talk now about what do you do in this situation? Like, how are you going to catch that guy unless somebody does give him up? Well, there may be a lot more there for a seasoned eye than you or I see. Let's bring in former FBI agent, NewsNation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer, and the guy known for doing exactly what we need to do here, which is hunt down a fugitive, Duane, Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman. Good to see you, brother. Jennifer Coffindaffer, as always, a pleasure. Let's start first here, Jennifer, with demeanor. I'm confused. Like, how can the guy be a serial killer when he didn't kill the only other victim that we know about? But in the body language of her closing the door and leaving, other than the explanation of her having known him, which does not seem to be the case, what does that tell you about the character of the person?
Well, it certainly seems he was still exercising control over her. It seems that he was able to leave completely nonchalantly, completely in control, not concerned about anything. So I do think it is a good thing he left through that front door. I wonder if perhaps she offered that, and knowing she had a Ring camera. We know he didn't enter that way. He probably entered through a different door. So I think it's good for us that he exited that way, but certainly he was still in control of her movements at that time.
Dog, you look at him and it's interesting. I was like, boy, this is like impossible. This could be anybody. You see it completely differently, where his phone is, how his pants are, that he doesn't have shoes on, and anything you can see about the feet in the profile. What do you see there that the rest of us don't see as relevant?
Well, I certainly see that. Oh, I'm sorry,
Hold on,
Dog.
Jennifer. Let me get Dog in.
Apologies.
Yeah, Jen, you and I, when I call you my dog because we're so close, that's one thing. But we actually have Dog Chapman. So when I say dog, I'm referring to him. Sorry about that. Dog, go ahead.
Thank you. So she is right on point. That's very good. So what I see, again, was the way he left casually. Rapists usually don't completely get undressed. It looks like he did. I see a necklace on his neck, and it looks like a tight one that he could, probably leave on wherever he goes. I see there's two military bases at both of the scenes of crimes. I'm not sure if that's not a GI haircut or not. I also see, as he walks away, he's got something in his hand underneath his sweater. Now, is that a sweater? It's pretty hot everywhere. Why would he have a sweater? Is he from up there? I also see on the right side, it looks like a cell phone. Everybody carries their cell phone in a different way. Some wear it around their neck, but most guys that use a cell phone and put it in their pocket like that, it always comes out. So is that a cell phone? There's certain things that we look at. Of course, everybody, because he's Latino, wants to say he might be from Mexico. I'm not sure with that haircut. He might be military. I'm confused about, again, like the G lady said, that means government woman, that he might have entered a different area, but I'm not sure the sheriff said that's the best picture we've got. He did not run away. There could be something. The first victim might know who he is. When you get somebody like that, they don't want to stay because he'll tell them, I'll come back and kill you. They don't know that this guy's going away still, thank God, forever and a day. He'll be given, life without parole. So she could go ahead and talk. But I think we see a lot of certain things about where was his car? Was there other cameras across the street that could have got his car at that time? They can drive by these guys at cell phone tower, and everybody that drives by is recorded. So start at that time exactly. Which tower did he hit off of? It's called. So there are things that's I think some of the stuff the sheriff won't let out.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.